Hi guys.
Hello.
This is the Good Ones podcast.
Brought to you by Nikya.
And I'm Adeline, and I have a bit of a tummy ache. And this is John. You see John?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The camera even focused on his face.
Oh my god, good job, camera.
Good job, camera. You're part of the gang.
Hell yeah. So, we did it again. Filming at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, this
No
time it was
reason.
on accident, but, I think they were all on accident, to be honest.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Oh, my phone is alive now. Okay. So, today was pretty eventful for us. Usually we don't really do shit all day.
Yeah, but it was a nice day, and I was like, I was trying to go to a park, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. I still have to find some stuff for... Actually, I can't say it, so... Because it's, not supposed to be known.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so what do we do today? We took Chino on a walk.
Yeah, and then that walk was supposed to be us giving him a bath at the car wash here at our apartment complex. But we didn't have change. We didn't have change, so then we came back to get the change because I also have a shitload of sugar in the back of my car. Yeah.
Never vacuumed
that sounds
up.
very weird. I have a shitload of sugar in the back of my car. But we got the change. Then when we got there and put the change in the thing, it still didn't work. So we just decided to go to a pet store and self-service wash. He enjoyed it.
He did enjoy it. He was very calm.
Except for the dryer.
Yeah. I turned on the dryer and he was like, get me the fuck out of here.
Bro.
He did not like that. The pet store had some lizards. They had a leopard gecko. I really want a leopard gecko.
Someone get her a leopard gecko.
Not right now. I'm not ready for it.
She's not ready for it.
No, I don't. I can't do it right now. But in the future, I will have a leopard gecko. Mark my words.
Okay. I believe you.
Thank you.
I believe you. Just like you and A24.
Yes. Oh, I want to work for A24. I want to...
She's saying it now, so they'll know.
Yeah, so you guys know. Speaking of A24, what we also did today, we went to see a movie. We went to Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it was...
You said that really fast.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of amazing. And so was the movie. The movie was amazing. It's like my new favorite movie, already. I'm obsessed with it. It was so good.
It reminded me of Doctor Strange. He's my favorite superhero. I don't even know if Doctor Strange is considered a superhero, but
yeah, I mean,
he's
saves the world.
He goes through the different the multiverse and all of that, and he can bend the world into this weird. I don't know. It's he's really weird. I don't know. Someone out there knows how to word it correctly. Definitely. But it gave me that feeling. Being able to travel through the multiverse is just scary.
Yeah. I mean, Michelle Yeoh. Amazing performance.
It was
amazing.
Very beautiful.
It was so funny. I wasn't expecting it because when we saw X, which we talked about on a previous episode, when we saw X, we saw a trailer for Everything Everywhere All at Once, before the movie started, and we both looked at each other and we were like, oh my god, that looks so good.
Right, we have to watch it.
We have to see it when it comes out. It came out.
I thought it was going to be serious.
Yeah, and it was so funny. There was so many, just goofy-ass things. It was, butt plugs and dildos.
It was
hot dog
romantic.
Fingers.
It was literally, a comedy. It was an action film. It was a drama. It was definitely a little bit of a romance thing.
A bit of a mind fuck.
And then it was science fiction. It was just
it was
everything in one movie, and it was just perfect.
It was a kung fu movie.
Right, it was perfect. Like, dude,
it was amazing.
And you just like, I was just like looking at the TV. I was looking at the screen like, dude. And I kept tapping Addie like, dude.
I think my favorite thing was the raccoon Atui.
Oh my gosh. And she kept on saying it. And they were like, you mean Ratatouille? She's like, no. And then them showing.
Behold, they show raccoon Ratatouille. That shit was so funny. Oh my god! If you guys live in an area that has everything everywhere all at once in theaters,
because apparently it's not showing in all theaters.
Yeah. Well, no movie really does, but if it is playing in a theater near you, go watch it right now because it is so good. Oh my god. It's like life-changing. It's my new favorite movie. I don't care. It's so good. I'm excited for it to come out on...
I know that, like, you can, like...
on streaming services, so I can watch it again.
You can, like, rent it on streaming services, movies that are in theaters.
I'm pretty sure it's only in theaters right now.
Well, I wouldn't know. I'm just saying, like, in this, the future. If you can't watch it now...
Yeah.
That's an option.
But, yeah, it was just, like... It was a beautiful story. I feel like there's been a lot of movies in the past year and a half or like 2 years about generational trauma and especially between mothers and daughters.
I think it's really because
you see like Encanto and Turning Red, which are very much young women in a family breaking generational trauma. And that's kind of how this was, except it was the mother breaking it.
Yeah, in a way. She was breaking her own.
Yes. While also kind of healing her daughter in the process. And it was very beautiful story. But also very ridiculously hilarious.
Yeah, they definitely knew what they were doing.
They
were like, you're gonna get this message whether you like comedy movies, whether you like kung fu movies, whether you like, action movies, or like you're gonna get this message. And
we got it. It was beautiful.
That was really good.
Such a good movie. It was amazing. Yeah.
But also, I feel like this isn't the last. Obviously, it's not going to be the last movie that's about the generational trauma thing, because Gen Z is starting to take over the world of cinema and art.
Definitely.
And we as a generation have so much trauma from the generation before us, or even like, I know we were talking about this earlier today, that all of my friends' parents are baby boomers. Yeah. While my mom isn't. Yeah. My mom is not even 40 yet. So that's why it's like, I kind of have the same trauma, but it's like mine is a lot less, I believe. Mm-hmm. But my mom definitely has the trauma that people with boomer or baby boomer parents have, or like millennials have. So I don't know. I kind of like got lucky in that area.
I think I'm also lucky because my dad is a boomer, but my mom is Gen X. But I feel like both of my parents had some rough childhoods. However, they both did a pretty good job at breaking that chain before it could affect me and my sisters, which I'm very grateful for, because I know that especially my dad did not have a great childhood. So he tries his best to give me and my sisters the best life possible. And I'm very grateful for that. Yeah. I'm very grateful that he did not continue it.
Yeah, I don't know, like, like, you know, it's like our automatic thing to be like, oh, well, you felt that, so why would you want to put that on someone else? But like as you get older, you realize that a lot of parents don't even realize that they're hurting their kids.
Yeah.
And that's
They think
something
that they're doing what's best for them.
yeah, and that's something that this movie like really touched on.
Yeah.
Like she had no idea the amount of damage while she was trying to protect her daughter from like other people disliking her daughter and other people's disapproval of how her daughter lived her life, and other people's, you know, trying to gain other people's approval of her mother, of being a mother. She kind of failed at what she was trying to do, in a sense, because like I don't know, once you have to watch the movie because I don't want to like say what happens.
Yeah,
I'm
we don't want to spoil anything.
Right, I'm trying to like walk around.
Yeah,
walk around the details. But yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of movies, the Oscars. We all know what happened. We all know. All right. But see, I don't really want to express my opinion on this because I feel like everybody kind of has a very similar opinion. It's been talked about a lot. However, it came out a couple days ago that Will Smith is now banned from the Oscars for 10 years. Which is like...
The amount of feelings that I've had about Will Smith in the past week. Yeah. I went from, oh my God, I love Will Smith. Like, you remember like when Bel Air came out, I'm like, oh my God, I love Will Smith. You were so excited. And I still do love Will Smith. Then, you know, he gets up there, he smacks him. And I'm like, I'm so disappointed in Will Smith. Like, why would he do that? I'm so upset. Like, I don't get angry. But I was just like, I'm so upset. Why would he do that? Like, it's so unprofessional, so embarrassing for really everybody.
Everyone.
Literally every nobody single involved has person.
Like...
From the cameramen or women to the people who were just sitting there in the seats watching it happen. It was embarrassing for every single person. It was embarrassing for every single person watching it on TV. It was embarrassing for me rewatching it over and over again on the Daily Mail. And it's just very embarrassing. It's like you worked so hard. This is your first time winning an Oscar.
And Will Smith had so much respect. Like, even my parents liked him.
And then I went from being upset to feeling so sad for him. Like, feeling so much empathy towards him that he... Like, his wife saying that she never wanted to marry him. That she disapproved of him going up there and standing up for her. And she publicly... you know, is saying this stuff.
Her saying that really just made it worse.
Or like everyone like finding all these videos of her belittling him on camera. And I went from loving him to being upset with him to I feel sorry. Like I just like he needs a hug. Like I just wanna like and you can tell that he loves her and he loves his family. He loves his career. Like he loves everything that he touches. And it sucks, honestly. It just sucks.
It's not a good situation for anybody involved because, you know, after having obviously people don't approve of Will. And people don't approve of Jada. And I think people also don't really approve of Chris because of the jokes that he was making about Jada before and after and during, and they just found it to be disrespectful. And I just think that Chris could have been more respectful. However, Will did not have to react that way. That could have been handled in private. The same exact thing could have happened in private, and nobody would have known about it. But the Oscars is a very high-class, prestigious event that is broadcasted on national television.
And she's not telling you to code switch, by the way. Because I know someone's going to be like, you're telling him to fit in
It's just not the time and place.
The white culture. No,
you can do that all you want. Just not...
embarrassing.
Just not...
It's just certain
Just
stuff
not in front of the entire
do.
world. It's just not professional at all. It's very... I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it other than it's just not the time or place. And when it happened, I kind of thought that it was staged, like it was a joke, like it was like I don't even know, like something for like an upcoming project that they were both in or something like that I did not know about. But alas, that is not the case. So yeah. And I don't want to talk too much about it, but
I don't either because I know this is gonna come back.
How I feel about him being banned from the Oscars for 10 years.
I feel like he's learned the 10 years is a little bit overboard.
It's a little excessive.
I'm pretty sure that I'm sure they're not going to, because I'm like, he's Will Smith. He's gonna be nominated for more Oscars. So it's like, what's gonna happen if he wins an Oscar? Then you're just gonna like.
Well, he can't because he's not in the Academy anymore.
He's not in the Academy, meaning he can't vote for the Oscars.
I don't really know how the Oscars win.
He's just on the board. He was on the board, which means like he had a vote of who wins at the Grammys, at the Tonys, you know. Mm-hmm. But like, what if he wins something else? He's just not supposed to accept his award over something.
He probably won't be nominated.
Something like that. It's just very stupid to me. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like,
I think that obviously, like, there should be consequences, obviously.
But I mean, like, he's already, like, given up all his... Yeah. You know, like, that, it's very hard to get...
I feel like his career has, like, that moment really just kind of, like, made his career, like, go for the worse a lot.
I think that a lot has been happening behind the scenes. This is just me thinking.
Definitely.
That a lot has been happening behind the scenes.
That we just don't know about.
He just didn't have, like... I don't even know how to say this. Like, when you just, like, have reached your limit and that... someone can do the smallest thing, but that was the little bit. That was the tip of the iceberg. Mm. And he just, like, let it out. And because he's who he is, he's not like a violent person. A slap is what you get, I guess.
Yeah.
And yelling in the crowd. Because if you really think about Will Smith and everything that he stands for, he would have never done anything like this. So, I just feel like it was built up.
I feel like he's a very non-confrontational person.
He definitely is. He's a very planned out person. Mm-hmm. Like in the video with Jada, like, trying to film him without his permission. He's like, can you not record me? Like, you have to, like, talk to me about it before you start recording me. Like, you know, like, everything he does is, like, very much planned out. Mm-hmm. So for him to just do that, it gave me, like, either a cry for help or, like, you can just tell from that night, like, such a wave of emotions that entire night. He went from laughing to being angry to laughing again to crying to laughing to crying again. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was just, like, a lot of emotions happening, and, like, he's a human being. Like, obviously, he knows what he did was wrong.
Especially since how the public reacted. I feel like that was enough for him to realize that he reacted in a very wrong way. And I mean, even his acceptance speech, like 10 minutes later,
Yeah,
he
because it was like the
apologized.
other host had like said something about it after the fact, and he's like, oh shit, like, did I really just do that? Oh my god, like,
Yeah.
he's like, oh my god, like, what do I do? And it's just like a whole bunch, and then now he's like feeling shameful and just really bad, very very bad. I just feel like it was just. I would get if they said like 2 years, but like 10.
10 is a lot.
Will we even be alive in 10 years? Will the Oscars still be a thing in 10 years? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
Who knows? Jesus
knows?
could come back tomorrow.
That's so true. I hope so.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, we only got so much time left, guys.
We're a little overdue for a little rapture.
I don't know. Signs are saying we won't be here for that much longer. Stop cheating on tests.
My stomach hurts.
Her stomach is hurting, guys.
Yeah, I said that at the beginning.
I mean, we could totally split this episode and record the second half tomorrow. We just did 2 topics in 22 minutes. We're getting better at this.
We are. I'm okay with that. Are you okay with that?
We're going to split the episode because I care that Adeline Rose here.
Thank you. Nikya.
She's dying.
I am dying.
We're going to cut at 23 minutes and see you guys tomorrow. We'll be in different clothes, but
it's okay. Well, we got some more interesting topics, and for you know what? It's like let's do that. Let's do a little
it's
transition.
Just gonna be like and we're back.
It's been a few days.
4. We count it. Right before we started recording, she just broke something. Was that the lava lamp? That's why I'll leave it. So while she's picking up the lava lamp, so yeah, we are back from our tiny break. 4 days. Oh no, after we stopped, it just seemed like we've just been tired every night. Pretty much. That and Addie's been high. So, that's nice.
You know what? I'm chilling.
We know. Well, I know. Well, now we know. But, yeah, that's why.
Do I look tanner?
I would think so.
Okay, wait.
It's going to take a while, though.
I was tanning a little bit, so.
So was I. Except I got instant results and she got baby steps. But
that's how it is when you're pale, I guess.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. Told you they put some beer on your skin.
Does that work? I just always use like tanning oil.
That's what Malu does, and she looks great.
I'm very white though.
I don't know how to. I don't really know how to.
My goal is to get tan.
Right.
In the next few months, or like as soon as possible.
All right. Well.
So what were we talking about as we
when
left
we were
off?
Finished, we were talking about. Did you delete all the other stuff?
Yeah, we were talking about Will Smith.
Yes, we were.
Being banned from the Oscars.
Yes.
Something else happened. JoJo Siwa was not invited to the Kids' Choice Awards.
Oh, that does relate. We all know why.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just until we can get all the old white rich men from their CEO spots and president spots, people are continuously gonna be left out of stuff and, uninvited or kicked out or, misunderstood. Once we have that Gen Z takeover,
I'm ready for that.
everything is going to be so much better. Like, we actually care about the environment. We care about other people's feelings.
About the environment. I'm sorry, this is so different from JoJo Siwa, but NASA scientists were, I don't know the full details because I'm ignorant or whatever, but the NASA scientists that were standing outside of a building basically telling us that we have 3 years to save the environment or else we're going to have crop failures and stuff as soon as 2030. That's terrifying.
That's horrible. It's those...
And so many people just don't care about that type of stuff.
Yeah, they be like...
And people
lying.
that are in power and should care about that stuff spend it on going to space. Because that's our answer. Instead of saving the planet while we can, we're already looking for ways to evacuate it.
And leave everybody else behind.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, all the billionaires we have in this world, I feel like billionaires shouldn't exist because they should be giving their money back to the world.
Exactly.
They should be trying to make it better so that we can be here longer. They don't care about, the next generations or the later generations. They just care about the now and money and power. And that's why it says in the Bible that money is the root of all evil. You notice, really rich people don't care about anybody else but themselves. And that's scary.
Exactly. And
But
it's they have the most power over so many people, and they just do not care about any of the people.
But hey, if Jesus is coming back in 2030, that's what's up. I
hope I don't die.
Because when people don't, I just, from a religious standpoint, the earth is never going to be destroyed. Earth is supposed to become the new hell. So everyone who isn't going to heaven is just going to be here burning because the whole world is going to be set on fire, basically. And there's supposed to be a new earth in which he makes heaven into a new earth. So when people be like, oh, the world is going to end, I'm not afraid of that. It's just unfortunate that so many people don't get to live up to their potential or get to live. People don't realize that taking care of what we have isn't it isn't a selfish thing, if that makes sense. It's not yes, we're saying, the government's saying you need to take care of the environment. They're not saying that for them. It's not helping them win wars or make money. They're doing it, it's something selfless. And most of the time the government doesn't tell us anything. So when they're actually telling us something, I think people should listen. Because let's face it, we don't know what the hell they're doing. The government is way beyond everybody else, especially NASA. They have a lot of stuff that we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of people were comparing it to Don't Look Up? Did you watch that?
I watched some of it.
Yeah. It was because there was two scientists and they were on a like daytime like talk show.
I'm sorry. I just like thought of Jennifer Lawrence's hair in that. It was really bad. I'm sorry. It was really bad.
But the stuff that they were saying in the talk show was very comparable to the talk show that the characters in Don't Look Up were on.
I remember on Don't Look Up they were trying to tell them the world was ending and they cared more about Ariana Grande getting back together with her.
Yeah.
It was
that
like
movie
their
was
version of Ariana
It's very
Grande.
realistic for. I said that was a very weird noise that just came out of my mouth. It was very realistic for this time in history. You know what I mean?
Because it's a mix of, we went from people not caring at all to there being a mix of people who care. To people who care, people who absolutely don't care, and people who care about only a little. But only like the superficial shit, like social media and cars and fame and money and people's opinions. Yeah, we're in that.
People really suck.
Yeah. Well, I just told you we're the dumbest species
Yeah.
in the world. 'Cause I said that. Like, we're so smart that we're dumb. Like, if we didn't just start making shit, and not just like making it, but like making obsessive amounts of shit. Like, no one needs 60 cars. No one needs,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, no one needs 2 airplanes.
I don't understand why people have to have so much of something that is like. What's the point?
Because it's like,
Because it looks cool. Because it shows that you have money. Nobody gives a shit. Everybody knows that you have money. You don't have
And
to
you're
find
gonna die.
20 cars.
you're gonna die.
Like, what's the point? I don't get it.
I think
I'm
people
sorry.
forget that part. Like, you're gonna be dead, and all of this stuff is just gonna be here, and it was a waste of time, of everyone's time, really. Like, of some other shit you could have been doing.
Bro.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest.
Ugh.
But yeah, world's gonna end.
It
all
truly
in all.
is. It really is.
All in all, that's what we getting. All in all.
This is also kind of unrelated. I don't know. I was thinking the other night about how men don't really listen to female artists. Like, I don't know. I just like I cannot think of a single female artist that has like a majority male audience.
Nope. None.
Not a single one.
And not to be that person, but like it's really because of the male like that masculinity,
Toxic
and
masculinity.
them needing to feel like they're better than women at everything.
Because it's like, if I don't know, if a straight man says that he listens to Doja Cat, like, people are going to call him gay or just, like, make fun of him for listening to a female artist. And it's like, but then a woman listens to, like, I don't know, Drake or some shit.
And it's no problem.
Yeah. They love that
See,
shit.
that is I'm glad you brought that up, because of course I have to bring up Nicki. I don't know if it's just me, but like you know, if you're a barb, then you'll know this, or you just like really pay attention to the hip hop culture. Nicki Minaj is the best hip hop artist, hands down. She can do anything. She can sing. She can rap, and she basically set the baseline. You listen to her in 2010, and then you go and listen to some of the people who are making music, mostly dudes. A lot of them sample shit that she's already said or shit she's already done. And I don't know if you remember this, but before Lil Nas X came out, he had a I guess you could say he had another Twitter account that was a very famous Barb account.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Barb fan account, and it was like the top 3 out of Barb fan accounts that had followers. Like, he had a shitload of followers. I love Nicki Minaj. But it was a secret because he hadn't came out yet. And he didn't want people to call him gay because Nicki Minaj was his favorite artist.
It's crazy.
And when they asked him, because like obviously like people are very smart, Twitter and like everyone's really smart, they were like, this kind of sound like Lil Nas X. Like, this account kind of sound like him. It kind of is hinting towards it's him. So they figured out it was him, and like he went on a radio talk show or whatever, and they asked him if he was a Nicki fan and if he like ran the account, and he was like, no, I don't listen to Nicki Minaj. Like, he like made a big deal out of it. And after he came out, he got on the same radio show and like was apologizing to Nicki about not being ready to come out and like him being afraid that people were gonna call him gay for liking her music. And I feel like it's that way with every single female artist.
It's even like that for like gay male artists too. Like Lil Nas X, if a guy says that he listens to Lil Nas X, like, at least most of the time I feel.
I think that
Lil Nas is a little more like
that people
now. You know what I mean?
Listen to, like, when dudes say they listen to Lil Nas X around, like, you know, Old Town Road and like the beginning of Lil Nas X, they would have been like, oh, you're gay. And they're still gonna say that, but now it's like more acceptance because of, well, Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Because they respect Jack Harlow, and they're like, oh, Jack Harlow cool with it, then I'll be cool with it. And that's stupid. Like, why can't you just like what you like?
And Harry Styles.
Yeah,
and I don't, you know what, I hate this when you say that you listen to Harry Styles and then somebody is like, oh, well, I listen to like Nirvana or like Led Zeppelin or some type of shit. It's like, okay.
What? What have to do with me?
Like, I'm allowed to like Harry Styles. I've been a fan of Harry Styles since I was like 9 years old. So,
but even if you were a fan of him since today, like, people have stopped giving people choices, like the freedom of making a choice.
And it's always like men, because I feel like a girl, you tell her who you listen to.
Yeah, she'll be like, oh, that's what's up. I've never heard that person, but you can play it.
Or if it's somebody popular, they'll be like, oh, I know who that is. I probably know this song. This but then the guy always has to talk shit about your music, and it's like, what the fuck?
That's also like a flirt mechanism. Also,
is it?
Yes.
I'm not in a lot of situations with men. Is that the right?
Now you talking like Jada. Entanglements. Jada Pinkett Smith situations.
I know.
Interactions. She meant she hasn't been in a lot of interactions.
Yes.
But I was gonna say, I don't know if you noticed this. I don't know how you would notice this because you just said you don't have interactions. But guys don't really let girls control the aux
Yeah.
in the car, or like
because all guys listen to the same music, basically.
On a speaker, or like they don't let you control the aux. Like I have brothers. I've never been able to control the aux unless I was driving. No, not even then. If I was driving my car, then I could control the aux. But if like I was driving my mom's car and like one of my brothers is in the passenger seat, they'll be controlling the music. And if I am controlling the music, it's a lot of complaining. Like King. I'll be like listening to for real, I'll be listening to, I just gotta think of something random, Hamilton, okay? And unless the song is, for some reason he likes Aaron Burr. He likes Aaron Burr,
Excuse
sir.
Me. Are you Aaron Burr, sir?
Yeah, he likes that song. But if it's any other songs from Hamilton, he'll be like, this sucks. Like, he'll just be loud and disruptive.
I'll always enjoy if somebody plays Hamilton.
I'm saying, like...
I'm not gonna be like, why are you playing this? You're so weird.
But, like, if my mom's in the car, then she's like, okay. Because
One time I was playing the 1975 for my sisters, but my sister was like, why are you listening to elevator music? What the fuck?
Elevator music.
Yeah. I was like, this is definitely not elevator music, but whatever.
Okay. But yeah.
I have a good taste in music, in my opinion, so.
Well, I listen to everything, so.
Yeah.
Except for rock. I don't really listen to rock.
I listen to indie rock.
The closest rock song. Closest rock song that I have on my
blanket
in my library, the closest rock song I have is "She's So Gone" from Lemonade Mouth.
I love that song so much.
It's such a good song. If you don't like that song, if you don't like that album, we can't be friends. I don't care. If you can't jam out to Lemonade Mouth.
Lemonade Mouth with my entire heart. Favorite band.
Literally just one album. That's it.
We need more.
Timeless.
We need more from the Lemonade Mouth
We need to make
universe.
an online petition to get Lemonade Mouth back together.
Lemonade Mouth headquarters tweeted one of my tweets one time, I think. They either did that or replied to it. Or retweeted it, I'm not sure. One
you
of
should
those
find
things. That. I'll have to scroll.
You should find that. But yeah, that's the closest I have to rock music. Other than that, I don't really listen to rock. That's the only thing I don't.
Even me as a woman, I don't really listen to a lot of female artists. But I feel like that's because,
but you listen to bands.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of female bands. There is like a couple that just like came out, but like they're not mainstream.
There's actually this one band that I was listening to earlier. Where's my phone?
No idea.
I really like this one song. I heard it on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. It's called "Tech It" by, oh god, Cafoon. I don't know how to pronounce that. But it's a really good song.
Cafuné. So like, you know how Beyonce is pronounced Beyonce?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's a really good song. Listen to it.
Instead of Beyonce. That's what her name would be. That's what her name would be if it was English. Beyonce.
Oh yeah. What else were we gonna talk about? Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
What? He just looked at me. He just looked at the phone and then looked at me. Like, I was supposed to know what the other thing was.
I don't know. I feel like... Okay, I want to talk about this really quick. Metal Lords. Our TV is on right now. So Metal Lords is a new Netflix original film directed by David Benioff. Wait, or was it D.B. Weiss?
I don't know. I didn't watch the show.
Neither did I, but he was a writer for Game of Thrones.
Oh, Lord. I should have known this had something to do with either A24 or Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh my god, A24. Love them. What?
Stay on topic. What are we talking about here?
I don't even remember. Never mind.
Why? Okay. All right then. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something. I did Passover today.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. For some reason, like every time I do like holidays make me happier. Mm-hmm. Especially like when they have meaning. So like Valentine's Day, depressing. Yeah, that's pretty much an Independence Day. They're very to me. Mm-hmm. But me and my family have been so busy and we've had like a lot of family drama. Mm-hmm. So we actually haven't done Passover Seder in about, I'll say 7 years, give or take. I had the idea to do it. And I called my mom. I was like, I really want to do Passover Seder this year. Just because I'm very far away from everybody. Like everybody. Mm-hmm. Except for people I don't like. So I'm like, I want to like kind of like bless our growth as an apartment and try to keep the spirit up and like, I don't know how to explain it, to keep us like covered and good mentally and physically. And so I was like, okay, I want to do Passover. So I'm gonna just say Passover was a mess, guys. My family can't do anything right unless we're being watched by other people who expect us to be perfect. So when we did this Seder like 7-8 years ago, we were at church and my grandparents were the pastors. My mom was a church leader and so was I. So like we like had everything together. This was very last minute. We all got our stuff today. We kind of just like put it together. King wouldn't stop making noise. He wouldn't stop yelling. He kept drinking the wine when it wasn't time. Sir didn't care. My mama was being impatient. She was apparently tired. She wanted to go to sleep. She was being impatient. My grandma was overexcited. And my grandpa just like started eating. Like, what are you doing? Like he just like
he didn't want to wait anymore.
It's the fact that he was like sitting at the head of the table and they put my camera on the other side of the table. Mm-hmm. And then they just like sat like, you know, across from each other so that I could feel like I was like sitting at the table. And we're not paying attention to him at all. Like we're trying to read. Like there's a lot of reading involved. So then we were like, okay, Paul, you can read. And we look up at him and he has food on his face. Like he's eating. Like his food is like pretty much gone. It's like,
God.
dude, what are you doing? Like, it was just a mess. So, yeah. Maybe it'll be better next year. But,
I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
But overall, I feel great. But I've been feeling great. Because I've been, like, pushing myself to, get out the house or, like, do my work on time. And, like, keep up with the good habits, like drinking water, eating healthy, praying, like meditating. And I don't know, I feel really good. Compared to even last month, I feel like I just feel better every day.
That's great. I love that for you.
Thanks.
I feel okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's great to hear. I'm very happy for you.
Thanks. And my next step is I want to get a spiritual box with and finally pick out my tarot cards because I don't know. I feel like I'm ready. But, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, I have some, but I never bless them because I'm pretty lazy. I will not lie. I'm a lazy person.
Well,
but
maybe when I
it's
get
okay.
mine, we can make it a thing
Yeah,
to do that.
I'm down. That sounds nice. I always need somebody along with me, along for the ride.
It's okay. It's okay.
I just don't know how to segue into our last topic. It's emotional incest.
That's definitely not spiritual. That's a spiritual no. That makes me think of, I'm sorry. You said emotional incest. I've never seen this, but I don't know. It makes me think of like royals, how they try and keep things in the family line by marrying their cousins.
Oh no, was that my fault? No.
They would marry their cousins or
You fucked his aunt.
oh my god. But yeah. That's what that makes me think of. But what made you put this on our topics? Because it doesn't match anything else that we have.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
He just is like, emotional incest. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw a tweet.
I feel like if people
And it was a video of a woman, and she was with her boyfriend at his parents' house, and they were trying to get their stuff out of the house, and boyfriend's mom was talking shit about the girlfriend as she was there, saying that she's not good enough for her son, and that's her man. And she can't come between them.
Okay, now that you say that, I don't know if you notice this, but it's mostly, emotional incest is mostly moms to sons.
Yes.
And most of the
definitely.
time, the sons aren't reciprocating said feelings. Unless it's on television when they're everything they do has to be, they have to tell their mom about. Or and not in the sense that they call their mom a lot, but every single decision they're oh, let me call my mom, or they're on the phone with their mom every night and that's who they need to talk to before they go to bed at night. Or shit like that. That's weird. Or some of those families, and I know this is a part of some cultures where they're just like overly affectionate to where it makes everyone else in the room very uncomfortable.
I've definitely seen, I'm not saying my family members, but family members like acting in very suspicious ways. And it's like, there's other people in the world. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I just want to know, like, is this like a mental thing, like a mental disability or something? Because it's like, I personally wouldn't understand why somebody would like be in love, like how their brain
They
could
have to be
just,
traumatized in some way.
like how their brain can just like, because it's like, for instance, like if you liked someone and then you later find out that they were like related to you, your brain should automatically switch off the like or the attraction. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Because like I've seen people be attracted to people like even at school, and then like their parents will like get married and then they'll just like completely stop liking each other. Or like
I feel like at that point it's just like awkward, and why would you want to stay together after that?
right, it's like
ooh, that's weird. But honestly, I would be so pissed if I was like, if like my parents were like divorced and I was dating somebody and then like,
isn't that something off of a show?
I don't know.
There's a show where the mom, it's like a really popular show too. It's like the mom, dude, fucking Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl?
Fucking Dan and Serena. And then their parents are also dating.
Yeah. I would be so pissed.
They were.
Oh
but
my
like
God.
But then like their parents got married. And then they got married after their parents got married. Or some shit like that. It was so weird. Like, and they just kept on seeing each other. Like, it's why?
It's so strange. Just like, I don't know. I feel like it's uncomfortable for everybody involved. Like, why would you do that?
It's just,
why would you do that? It makes no sense.
Because what in a like parent's mind, to them they were like, oh, this is my daughter and this is my son, and oh yeah, my son and my daughter are married. Because where I'm from, it's like if I marry someone and they have kids, those kids are mine. Mm-hmm. Like there's no step in front of that. They're my kids. So I don't know. It's weird. Or even like the step parent thing is weird. Like falling in love with someone that you're related to, blood or not.
Yeah.
Is weird. Like I would never like one of my brother's friends that we grew up with.
Even like, say my sister dated somebody and then like that person like was hitting on me later, even if I thought they were attractive.
Yeah, it's like a why.
It's weird. It's and like if my family member has been with you, it's never gonna happen. Like, not saying
that makes sense. Like, it's just certain lines that just your brain shouldn't be able to be comfortable crossing.
Even my friends.
And while like some people like date their friends' exes and stuff, they were never your friend then.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I would never be able to date anybody I was friends with's ex, even if they were like middle school exes. Like I can't. It's just
so awkward to like deal with, you know?
Yeah, it's a weird. I don't. Just. It's just why. Why would you even want to go through that? Like, obviously, this person isn't that great. I don't know, man. Why do we have to end on that note?
Oh, you know what? I want to talk about this. The new episode of, or the new season of, or the new show.
I was gonna say, you think
Kardashians.
show? It's literally a whole new show.
Yeah, the Kardashians premiered. When was that? I don't even know.
Today.
Today?
Today.
Oh, I caught it on time. I just like opened Hulu and it was there, and I was like,
I
oh, watch
literally
it.
said, Addie, the Kardashians premiered in 2 days. She was like, oh, for real? Cool. And
Anyway, so we watched it today, and it's like
really
so
good.
much better.
It's
I feel
really
than Keeping Up
good.
with Kardashians, because it's like it's more personal, and you get to like see what they're actually like. I feel.
Right, and you can. This is like what we were talking about before. They have so much more control over like what we see.
And they seem happier with it.
And yeah, and
It's
they're
not them
very
fighting
more
24/7.
open. Like they show what actually happens.
Yeah.
Because like they get to decide what gets edited and what doesn't. Before, you know, like again, we said this, that people who work for these networks, they want to see drama, and they'll edit stuff to make it seem like one thing was one thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't actually like that.
Right.
And I'm excited for this show. I think that it's going to be a lot more entertaining because Keeping Up with the Kardashians kind of just gets old.
Yeah, and I feel like it kind of shaped them into certain characters and made them stay those people. Yeah. Even though they've all grown in different
you
ways.
See more of their personality, I feel. And just like refreshing.
And the intimate, like, I don't know. Yeah. Like you can tell it's like unedited. Like it's just I said this to her earlier, like it's like a vlog. It's like we're watching their YouTube channel.
Kim actually talks to the cameras. It's not like, oh, just pretend that the cameras aren't there. Like, they actually talk to the cameras. It's like, I don't...
Or like, Chloe was like, yeah, and when she went to go check on Scott, and she's like, yeah, I brought all these cameras with me, so like... I don't know how you feel about that, but...
Yeah.
The cameras
or like, even
me.
like, Kim like called somebody, and she's like... Just so you know, we're filming my new show right now. Like, they actually acknowledge that it's, like, actually a show. And, like, they're, like, consenting to, like, what's happening. You know what I mean?
And you can see, like, they're totally different people. Just from the first episode. But there are, like, parallels to this first episode, to the first episode of...
It was crazy.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And I'm pretty sure they didn't do that on purpose. That's just how life is.
It's just how it was. So, in the first episode of the Kardashians, that's what it's called, right?
It's
just the first episode of the Kardashians. They were dealing with Kim's sex tape. People were talking about it again. And in the first episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians...
Well, no, someone was going to leak. Was threatening... Yes. What? I don't want to, like,
threatening to
say
leak
what it
the
is,
sex tape.
because you got to, like, watch it to see, like, how much it affected her. And
we were all there when that happened.
Jeez. Anywho. And then Keeping Up was the sex tape. Mm-hmm. What started Keeping Up with the Kardashians in the first place.
There's something else that was the same. Oh, Kim getting invited to go on a show.
She was invited to be on Tyra Banks, which was a big ass deal back then.
2007.
That was a big deal to be on Tyra Banks. I'm just saying it was.
Yeah.
Like she is Tyra Banks.
Yeah. And in the first episode of the Kardashians, she's invited to host SNL.
What she killed, by the way.
And then she's talking about Pete Davidson.
Which we learned that she didn't meet him in SNL. She met him at the Met. which is pretty cool, actually.
I love the Met Gala. I love that he met her when she was just a black figure.
I didn't even think about that. She literally was just black. That was a good ass outfit, though. I don't care.
I know, and it was crazy because like you could tell that it was her. Like you see that and you're just like, oh, Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian, like her facial structure,
she's
her
so...
everything. It's her. Like you can't. I think that was her point, though.
It was.
It was like, bitch,
which is like insane. I'm pretty sure Kanye came up with that.
Of course. I mean, and also that, like, I had no idea that Kanye has been her stylist this entire time since she's met him.
That's insane to me.
That is, and her, like, trying to figure out, like, how she wants to dress now and having to do that by herself. Not having to, but like choosing.
Like, being excited to. And, like, excited to just live her own life for her and her kids, and no, man.
Yep.
I'm excited to see more of that, because I feel like it's like it like humanizes them in a way that Keeping Up never really did.
Even though the first episode is like heavily focused on Kim and her SNL and Chloe being Chloe. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's my least favorite, I'll be honest.
Which is crazy, because she was my favorite at the beginning of Keeping Up.
Someone's gonna find this. It's not because she's literally, like, she still has her personality and all of that. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I love that. I just don't like
I don't like Tristan.
Yeah. I don't like the fakeness.
Yes.
She's become fake. Before it was like, okay, this is Chloe. Now it's like she's someone else, but Chloe is still in there. Mm-hmm. Kind of like one of those weird science movies, sci-fi movies, where it's like, I know you're still in there, Annie. Can you hear me? And like you're about to like end the entire universe, and I'm the only one that can save you, and you're like, Addie, I know you're still in there. I know you're still in there. I know you care. And you're like,
drop the remote.
It's okay. But yeah, I think it's gonna be really, really good. Really, 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 really good. Now we have really something to binge watch.
Yeah.
Ooh. I guess it's gonna be on Thursdays.
You could react to it and post it on YouTube.
Because we know that they're probably not gonna do that. Also.
Yeah.
It seems like they do more movies, and
we're talking about Aaron and Joe.
It seems like they do more cringy movies than reality TV.
I don't know. They did Euphoria.
That's not reality TV.
That's true. I guess we'll see. We should do it.
Yeah. But we have to wait till next week because we already watched the first one. Don't want to be fake towards y'all.
Yeah, only real reactions. I have a water bottle on my finger.
Anywho. But yeah, that was a nice note. That was a nicer note.
Yeah. This was such a messy episode.
This episode was all over the place, and it was filmed in two parts. By the way, Addie is feeling better. Many days apart.
I am feeling better. My stomach was hurting because I think it was because I took those meds, and then I drank wine after that. I don't think that helped.
She's mixing drugs and alcohol, guys.
You guys heard that? It was just a pain reliever because my stomach was already hurting because of lady reasons.
You should have just let it do what it do.
Cis lady reasons, I mean.
Cis lady reasons? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not cis.
That's so true.
that. That's so true. But you know
what I mean. Yeah.
It's
I'm an ally.
It's
I'm so tired.
You are?
Yeah.
You know why?
Why? I know why.
Anywho, well, on that note, follow us on our socials.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've been watching The Nanny. So
Oh my god.
I don't know why. It came out in 1991.
Yeah.
1991
I remember
or
watching
3.
that when I was a kid.
Maybe 1993.
I don't remember what.
Yeah, 1993 and ended in 1999, but I watched it as a kid. Like it was just brand new.
That and George Lopez.
Love. And it's actually funny. I don't know. I'm a woman person, so.
Woman.
If it's a woman as a main character, I'm going to watch it.
That's so fair.
But I can't watch
approve
stuff
that.
that's like men, like Ozark and like.
Men are always the worst characters.
They don't really have a change. I don't
They
know.
suck for no reason, and then you're supposed to feel bad for them.
And then and they are so emotional.
Yeah.
Like, get it together. What are you doing?
Get it together.
They be having the most boring lives, but they want to be sad about it.
And then they like commit arson.
While women
Sure.
are like, they'll say "fuck you" in the first 5 minutes of the show. Come on now. Anywho,
Yeah.
add us on our socials. The Good Ones with NA. Or The Good Ones Pod. I'll put it down there.
Yeah.
I should probably start doing that.
In the description.
Yeah,
If you're
it is in the description.
Yeah.
Also, if you're watching it or if you're listening to this, then on the website you click to listen to this. It also has our socials on it.
Yeah. It really does. That's so true.
That's a little
You just
nice
have
little
to-
gadget I made there, and it's nice, guys. It's nice.
It's nice.
Use it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Mine is I am Nikya on everything except for Snapchat. It's I am Nikya with 2 E's at the end. That's the difference. That's the only
2
difference.
E's.
Has 2 E's at the end.
Oh, life.
Because I have a burner Snapchat that has 1 E, and I don't want anybody to add me on that one because it's my burner one and I need it for stalking.
For sure. My socials are _Adeline Rose. That's Twitter and TikTok. But my Instagram is Addie R. Johnson. ADDIER Johnson.
Yep.
That is Instagram.
Yep.
Yep. And you don't
Yep.
get my Snapchat because,
I just got it like last week, so y'all can't get it.
yeah, very exclusive. You'll never.
If it took
you'll
me
never
3
know.
months to get it, y'all not gonna get it until it's probably gonna get leaked in the future.
Yeah. it's
Someone
okay.
is gonna give it out
Whatever.
along with our numbers.
It's whatever. It is what it is. That's what I say. Okay.
Yep. Just me and Mr. Snow.
I went to bed.
All right, guys.
That was so unfunny. I'm sorry. I'm really tired. And I'm gonna go to bed.
That remind me of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends when the dude was like, let's blue this. Because his imaginary friend's name was Blue. And everybody was like, the whole show stopped and everybody just stopped doing what they were doing. It was like, Why would you say that? Like, that was just so bad. Just horrible. I was like, dude, never again.
Never.
Ever.
Ever.
Let's
Ever.
not. Let's not. I love how it's following me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm playing with the camera.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night. Love you. Bye.
It might not be night for them.
Have a good one.
Have a good